Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all having a good start to your weekend. Just wanted to tell you something about what's kind of been going on for me lately. Kind of I guess I've got a bit of a crush on a YouTuber. I suppose a little bit, Christian YouTuber. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I found myself coming across another lady who wasn't Christian, and I guess this is going to sound really stupid to some of you guys, but this is just, I guess, like, we've all got preferences, do you know what I mean? What we want, whether tall, big, short, you know, nice legs, etc., etc., do you know what I mean? Blue, like brown eyes, blue eyes, etc., etc. We've all got different preferences, I guess, what we like, do you know what I mean? And yeah, anyway, this Christian YouTuber, she's got brown eyes, and typically go for blue-eyed girls, typically, but it's not like a definite thing. I go for what I like. Do you know what I mean? If I like the personality and I like the look, it doesn't matter whether they're brown-eyed, blue-eyed, or anything, or even it doesn't matter what race they are, even, or anything. But I guess, but if I had a preference, I've always been more attracted to blue-eyed girls, like, just as generally, like, but I thought to myself, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I found myself starting to kind of, like, I guess, fancy this blue-eyed celebrity that I come across, and I guess I started kind of like liking her because she was nice, etc., and she was attractive. Probably, I can't say she's more attractive than the Christian YouTuber, because the Christian YouTuber is very attractive, but it was just my preference, I guess. I think maybe I preferred her slightly to the Christian YouTuber, but it was close, but maybe a slight edge. But I thought, you know what, that's not right. Because the Christian YouTuber's got the Spirit of God. I was thinking from the flesh perspective. Do you know what I mean? I realised I was thinking from the perspective of the flesh. Look, I think our preferences and stuff, it's all from the flesh. Do you know what I mean? Really, it should all be about the Spirit. It shouldn't matter whether they got brown eyes, blue eyes, big boobs, little boobs, big bum, little bum, etc., etc. None of that should matter. It should all be about the Spirit. Same as race, that shouldn't matter either. It should all be about the Spirit. So yeah, guys, that's what's been happening with me. And that draws me on to a point in the Bible. What a friend of mine, kind of like a spiritual leader, who I Bible study with, kind of thing. We went through it on the last Bible study. This scripture of Romans, let me just find it. Romans 8:5-6, I believe it is. And it says, those who live according to the flesh have their minds set on what the flesh desires, but those who live according with the Spirit have their minds set on what the Spirit desires. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. Yeah, so that goes in with what I was saying, guys. It shouldn't be about our preferences or the flesh, like what we prefer or what we desire and stuff like that. It should be about the Spirit of God in that person and the character of that person. None of the rest of it should matter. In my opinion, personally, from what I've learned in my life, this is what I believe, and yeah, and I had to slap myself. I can't believe I fell into that whole fleshly desire kind of thing. I thought, Jesus, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? I thought the other person clearly got the Spirit of God in them. They might not be perfect, but I'm not perfect, do you know what I mean? But they've clearly got the Spirit of God in them and stuff. So that's a good thing, obviously. But yeah, so I thought that person, so in the end I come to the conclusion, I mean, the other person wasn't even a Christian, so I don't know what I was thinking, do you know what I mean? I got carried away with the flesh, I guess, and the eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, not the eye, not her eyes, but like my vision kind of thing, my desires and stuff. I got the lust, probably lust. I don't know if it was lust, but it was attraction, and yeah, but she wasn't even a Christian, so. That's no good at all, do you know what I mean? It's going to be very hard for her to have the Spirit of God in her when she's not a Christian, so she might be a nice person, or she might have likable qualities and stuff, but yeah, I don't know how I fell into that trap, really, to be honest with you. I knew it already, that, do you know what I mean? The Spirit of God is the most important thing in a person, and the character is the most important thing. The Spirit of God basically is the most important thing in a person. None of the rest of it matters. I kind of knew that already. But it's funny how you got these old preferences and this old worldly way of thinking, and this whole kind of like these old preferences and stuff, and or I guess just the fleshly desires, do you know what I mean? These old fleshly desires that have to die to Christ. I think that's what it was, really. The old man, like the old fleshly desires that needed to die to Christ. It's kind of like that. I just got carried away in the moment, and yeah. But like I say, the other girl had the Spirit of God, and I was thinking, I really like this girl, do you know what I mean? In two totally different walks of life. She's like doing okay on YouTube. I'm just getting started, do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's no chance of it happening anyway. But it's just like I thought but I did think I like this girl. She's nice and she's got the Spirit of God and stuff. And I felt like I could vibe with her by watching her videos, kind of thing. But yeah, this other one, like, it was just pure desire, I guess, and I didn't even think about it. Well, I guess she was nice and stuff, but yeah, she weren't even a Christian, so I should have been totally not even thinking about that. But it's funny how the eyes can start, and how you can start liking someone, and very easily. You have to be so careful, do you know what I mean? The flesh, like, and the flesh and personality and stuff. It's like, but if they're not believing in the same things as you, do you know what I mean? Is it going to work? Do you know what I mean? I don't think it is, really. Whereas the other girl had the Spirit of God, and she was attractive as well. And she had the Spirit of God. And she was a lovely girl. So, yeah, I should have. I'm not going to say stuck. I'm not going to say stuck with on that train of thought or anything, because she's doing far better than me and stuff, so I've got very little to no chance, I'd say. especially at this present time anyway. So yeah, but yeah, she would have been far better for me, like if my life was in a different spot, sort of thing. For the future, like sort of thing. She would have suited me better in the future if I was single and she was single, kind of thing. But yeah, I just got caught up in the old fleshly desires, the old fleshly way of thinking, my old preferences and stuff. And before I knew it, I was getting carried away with it and thinking about this, thinking about a future with this celebrity kind of thing that weren't even a Christian. So yeah, you have to be so careful, guys. You really do. But yeah, what I'd say my advice is, and what I've learned in my life, it's all about the Spirit of God. The character comes with the Spirit of God, and if someone hasn't got the Spirit of God, or the more a person's got the Spirit of God, the better they are for you. And that's just what I believe, and that's what well, it's not what I believe, it's what I know. So yeah, none of the rest of it matters really. It's all about the Spirit. So yeah. Anyway, guys, this is a video. I don't know what you guys think, whether you agree, disagree, or what. But feel free to leave any comments. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Yeah, and come back for some more content when I think of something to talk about. Did I go over that scripture? Romans? Let me just look. One second, guys. Acts. Romans 8, 5-6. Did I go over that scripture? I don't know if I did, but this is the scripture that relates to what I was talking about, just in case I didn't. I think I went over it, but I'm not sure. I want to go over it just to make sure, kind of thing. It says, those who live according to the flesh have their mind set on what the flesh desires, but those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their mind set on what the Spirit desires. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. So yeah, guys, that's the word. Thank you all for watching as always. I'll be back with some more content soon. Love you all. Take care. God bless, and I'll be back soon. Bye.